there are some that are still that are open and are getting into things. So see what happens.
But yet you have a reason to go out, and you get remuneration for the reasons, so it's all good. And sometimes being out just gives you a better outlook than always staying in. And what I should have done, and I didn't, and I don't usually, is get up and go work out on Saturday mornings. I do it the rest of the week, but Saturday and Sunday kind of my days off, and it's very easy to find reasons not to get up, go out, work out, then come back home. So, yeah, there you have it. Now, I heard, I think you said Greg. I've not heard that voice before. Have I missed out, or is that somebody that been around and doesn't, just kind of sporadically gets on and off the radio? Always interested in new voices. AA8 CT.
Yeah, I think Tim said that there's supposed to be something going on the radio today, but I'm not sure what it was all about.
Yeah, I haven't even been playing much HF. That's down in the basement, and I can do this up in the kitchen area, and I need to get down and play a little bit, but missed all of the. Well, I did. I guess on field day, I think I got 25 contacts on Saturday. Well, Saturday and Sunday, and that was it for me. And I really was not working very hard at it. So. But I do enjoy it, and I actually enjoy the morning crew here. And some of the mornings with the quote-unquote antenna talk are very informative and make me think about what I really want to do. So, with antennas. And so, yeah, it's all good, and that's part of the uniqueness of this fantastic hobby. AA8 CT.
NAMWY, good morning, guys.
Morning. How you doing this morning?
Morning, Tom, and the other station. Handles Don, Delta Oscar November, over in Minerva. Yeah, doing good. Enjoying a day off. Had a busy week at work. And I don't know if a front came through last night or what, but sometime just after 9 o'clock, it really started blowing hard here for just a brief time. Don't know if you guys had the same. Over to, I think it was AA8CT, NAMWY.
Yeah, we had that same, it came through. There was a couple times it sounded like somebody drove into the side of the house, and then it was kind of quiet, which is a good thing. But yeah, this morning when I had the dogs out, there's still a breeze out there, and I bet you if you couple the breeze with the temperature, we were getting pretty close to zero with the wind chill. And didn't seem to bother the dogs. It bothered this old man, but that's another story. AA8 CT.
W8WK.
Well, yeah, it was blowing sideways that time when I drove up the driveway. Ray must be out with the dog. Yeah, he's there, but K5 CFY, but he must be out with the dog with Fred. So, yeah, I'm looking at the chart now. Okay, self-QV, but yeah, it was blowing sideways that time last night and heavy. So, okay, self-QV.
good. Got there, Cliff?
Good morning, Tom.
Good morning. How's it going?
Well, I just woke up. I wanted to see what it looked like outside. Hopefully they do not call me. It doesn't look like we got any accumulation more than what it was when I went to bed.
No, kind of figured you had a late night. But, yeah, hopefully be kind of quiet today.
Well, I've got to go in at about 2 o'clock. We've got evening games tonight. They're going to play the boys varsity, girls varsity, and the boys junior varsity. And that all starts, I think, around 5:30. So I'll probably go in a little early, try to do something with the sidewalks if the wind dies down a little bit. I don't know if is it supposed to stay windy all day today?
I haven't paid much attention. Let me look on the phone.
NAMWY, make sure I'm not doubling.
No, you're good. Come on in.
Yeah, you guys carry on. I'm going to go grab me another cup of coffee and wait around for some time. NAMWY, 7-3.
Right. And, yeah, I think just moderate wind. Nothing like last night. There's some power outages up north. So, yeah, I think won't be a bad day.
Yeah, I had to answer an alarm call last night down at Munson about 9 o'clock, something like that. And you talk about brutal. That wind had just started picking up. It was whipping through there. I was like, wow. Yeah, it was blowing pretty good. It was blowing so good that it set the alarm off. One of the doors was rattling. I guess the contacts on the door picked it up.
Oh, but that didn't happen. That was great. So the temperature did drop. Got 7 degrees here.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I went downstairs and I didn't even look at the outside thermometer. I was just looking out the windows to see where the snow levels were. Yeah, it was blowing so bad last night that it set the alarm off. The contacts on the doors must have picked up the vibration.
Oh, well, I'll try every once here. K5 CFY, WHXX.
GXX, K5 CFY. Good morning, Tom, and everybody else out there this morning. We have a blustery 35 degree temperature here, no wind, so you guys are still catching it there. Good?
Yeah. Yeah, we're down 7, and tomorrow morning's going to be, looks like, about 1 degree. Monday morning's going to be -2 in the morning, but going up to 28. Today today we're only going up 13. Tomorrow's 20. Tuesday we're going to have a hot day, 45. That'll feel good. You have a good day there. K5 CFY, WXX.
You guys stay warm. We'll be listening. Fred and I are out here walking, so no cancer, nothing out here so far. We're doing good. Catch you later. K5 CFY, we'll be listening.
Oh, John, KSUQ. I guess last night's alarm drop is evaluating what needs to be fixed next in the building then. A set of doors might be in line. KSUQV.
Well, with 26 buildings, or I should say 26 facilities, we've got multiple issues with alarms constantly. It's a never-ending battle.
Well, I remember back when I was in school, and they added alarms to the buildings in the 80s, early 80s. I heard that he said we had 26 alarm drops in one building in one weekend. And they were like, hey. Well, they found out what it was. The motion detectors, I asked my cousin, because he installed alarms, and he said they had the sensor set so high for the area. He said, you know, you could set the sensor, and they had it set so high to cover a big area. And in the library, during the summertime, they would cover the bookcases with paper so the books would stay, wouldn't get dusty. And that paper would flutter when the air handling equipment came on, and it tripped it. So they figured that one out. But, yep, it is interesting. Okay, QV.
Yeah, I'm not sure how old you are, Mark, but I graduated in 82, and I don't remember anything about alarms when I was graduating, so I got no idea. I just know that they're a pain in the butt, and they do give you a little bit of overtime, but ain't no fun waking up in the middle of the night to go answer one.
I graduated in 83, and I did newspapers up until, I think, 79 or 80. And then I went to the school to work after school a couple hours a night. They had different programs that you could get into, and I was in one of them programs. I think it might have been a county program that they would help you learn, you know, an educational thing, and then you also could be working in a job, and that's where I worked at the school. And then afterwards I continued doing that. As a matter of fact, I worked for 30 years. As a matter of fact, when I retired, I went over to the board office to ask them, what do I got to do? And she said, oh, just write a paper up that you are wanting to retire. The one gal told me. I went over to see the other gal just to say hello to her, and she said, oh, what are you doing here? I said, well, I'm going to retire. The gal was real nice. She was the human resource. She typed the letter right there on the computer while I was there. She said, I'll just type this right now for you. So she typed the letter, and I said, you know what? This is the second time I'm retiring now, or the second time, because, you know, I went to school in Aurora and graduated and went back to work, and she said, I'll put that in. Well, that's good. Because then they give that letter, you know, they give that whole packet to each board member to review, and they just approve your retirements and that. So it's good. And then, of course, I worked 30 years there and 35 years at the cable company. So I worked 7 days a week for 30-some years, 35 years. well, 30 years, 35 at the other. So I'm done. So KSFQV.
Well, good for you, Mark. That's an accomplishment, buddy. What did you do at the cable company?
I worked on the access side, the ones that come out and we tape, like basketball games. I venture to say, well, no, you guys have the diving, state diving there, don't you? I think that was you guys handle state diving at one of the facilities. So you have known us because we came down there, Cable 9, and now it's my community focus. I think you guys have the state diving down there, KSFQV. But I worked in the community access side. So I just went in and worked in the station and got everything ready for the next week. On the weekend I went in. We had a lot of dubbing to do. We used to send a lot of tapes out to different systems for shows that they did. So KSFQV.
Yeah, we have Big Time Sports covers a lot of our athletic stuff. They do down at Munson. They do up at the Field House. And yes, we have the state diving championships every year. The state, and then right now, before that, which we're getting ready to start, we have the GMAC conference tournaments, which is Malone College's tournaments, college basically, college and then high school. That's a big deal for the natatorium. We have an Olympic-sized pool, and about 1,800 attendance-wise is what you can stick in there. So that's a pretty big deal. So they have the state tournament there every year, and it's covered. There's a lot of coverage there, but I don't remember News 9 or Cable 9, but Big Time Sports has been doing it for the last few years. Those guys are pretty good. They're out of Dover, N8YMY.
We did it, and I think we used the truck. I know we've used the truck at times there, and of course, it used to be a pain in the neck because you only could go 100. The cables were not that long and they were big, 36, or I think ours were 19 pins. There's 36 pin cables and there was a 19 pin cable. I think we had the 19 pins, but now we have just a coax. That's it. It's just a single coax, but the connectors are big at the end. Yeah, you don't want to get. And now they pre-wire these buildings. Some of the buildings are pre-wired. Our building, we went and pre-wired. We wired them all, so we don't got to drag cables in anymore. And I don't know if anyone has done anything down there the Munson, but yeah, with this new technology, it's a coax. I'm trying to think what one it is. But it's three. It's like the end connector type stuff because it has to feed power up it too. But KSFQV. But yep, I haven't done that for a while now. But a lot easier when they got that, and then them cables now we can run them. I think they can run 700 feet. So a lot easier than them big old things now. So KSFQV.
Yeah, those guys were pretty quick at setup. They still run all the cables wherever they go, and it's amazing to watch them work because they know the facilities. It's usually the same crew, and they know where the cables got to go and how to run them and route them around steps and over doorways and through certain areas. And they run cameras like at the ball field. They run cameras all the way out to the outfield, so they'll run a wire all the way around the outside fence there, which is a pretty long run. And at the field house, they usually use a hallway, a dedicated hallway over at the school, and then they'll run all the cables through one doorway. yeah, and then sometimes we'll have another cable company will come in at the same time. So now we got two cable companies, two complete different outfits. That's when it gets interesting. N8YMY.
Venture to say, you look at the cable now, they're not as big as they were once. You know, so they are a lot smaller because just a coax now. I think Camplex is one of the companies that makes the stuff. But, you know, well, Jim's getting ready to come down the hallway. He's probably getting done, ready to come down. KCFQV.
Yeah, he might be out there lurking. Has anybody heard anything from W8TD this morning? Did he key up? I actually texted him yesterday, and we talked for a few minutes.
No, I haven't heard anything. WHX6.
Okay. Yeah, he said he's fine. He just hasn't been getting up early. He said he hasn't been sleeping that well, so he's just been sleeping in. And he said everything's good.
Good to know. And yeah, some days I get up, and if I get up too early, well, like if I get up now, it could kill me early in the day or somewhere. Sometimes that's why I want to get in on the first round, because I may fall back to sleep during the net, and it's not too difficult sometimes. Okay, so QV.
Sometimes I want to go back to bed too.
Morning, Jim. Probably get some sunshine this morning, but it won't compensate enough for what temperature it is. It's 7 degrees out.
Yeah, well, ain't enough sun to combat that. Yesterday it got really close. You know, there's a few minutes out there the sun come out. We were up in the hospital. Judy had a doctor's appointment, and we the sun come out and shined right through, and we sitting in the sun waiting for the doctor to come in. Alrighty, I'm going to get my stuff ready. I'll go ahead and listen. You guys take care, and I'll be back in about 5-7 minutes, something like that.
All right, Jim.
Good morning, Jim.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that
Carry on.
felt good too. Probably
WHX.
in the waiting room.
Cliff must have slept in this morning.
W8WKY.
Nope, I'm right here. Just sitting here listening to you guys chatter about school stuff. NABFK, good morning. Let's see, I heard Mark, Tom, John, and Jim. Good morning.
Well, I don't know if I'd call it a good morning, but I definitely would call it a cold morning.
There you go.
Morning all, N9TN.
Yeah. Hear anything about some power outages over your way, Cliff?
No, actually, not until I turned the news on this morning, because I like to try to catch the weather. And they're talking about power outages in the area, and it's like, my lights never flickered as far as I know. Of course, I went to sleep early yesterday, and I was pretty well zoned out, and it kind of felt good just to sleep long and hard, and got up early and been listening to the radio.
I hear JJ in there.
JJ?
Oh, I was just saying good morning to everybody before the official call, but good morning. Hope all is well. And I'm officially going to say that for once in the last couple weeks, we're actually warmer than you guys, and that is a breath of fresh air. I've got 32 degrees this morning.
Well, it might be the high in this area from some of the reports that I was hearing from Craig and others. I'm at 9.
Dust out there.
A nice warm 9 degrees.
Dust from
NAV, okay.
Arizona. I think it's the white stuff. KSFKV.
What did you have yesterday morning, JJ?
There was about 3 of you that keyed together. I think it was 17 yesterday morning, and the morning before that it was like 6. And then it's been hanging around 5 and 6 for about a week or 2. Man, I'm telling you what, I'm not used to. I've been gone out of Illinois for 40 years. I'm not used to the single digits for a long time. I'm good with them for a couple days, but man, for 2 weeks, I'm not used to that anymore. Anyway, yeah. So it was actually warm last night when we got out of our play, and my wife's like, "Man, this is a heat wave," and it was like 35 or 36 last night when we got out of our play, and 9:10.
I see John WATD is connected on his phone. So, John, if you're listening, just waving a hand high. Good morning, oh, my friend. NAVFK.
Morning, everybody. It's KD8SLG. Pro tip, if you're looking at the dashboard for anything, just because somebody's connected doesn't mean anything. Most of everybody's stuff is set on timers. So if they haven't keyed up recently, last received, if it says never next to it, it really doesn't mean they're there or not. There's that. Good morning, everybody. Let's see if Jim's ready to rock and roll. I heard him already. WB8VMW, this is KD8SLG. Good morning, Jim. How you doing? I'm going to get with Judy there and see if you can come out and play with us this morning. It's Saturday.
KD8SLG, WB8VMW. Yeah, Judy said, get your butt out there and start playing in the cold. When you turn blue, we'll come out and drag you back in the house. Alrighty, Nick, just Nick. Good to hear you this morning. But first on my agenda, always is the guy that he's standing down in his basement looking at some rusting equipment over across the room and deciding whether he's going over there and get his joints moving and get the rust out of them, or get the iron moving and get the rust out of them. So we'll see if he's got a can of WD-40 in his hand and ready to go. KB8, TVQ, WB8, BMW. What say you, Ron? Who gets the WD-40? You or the iron in the corner? he overslept this morning, but that's all right. But just as long as nothing bad is happening. Hopefully the WD-40 can didn't blow up or nothing. All righty, well, we'll go back to him. So, well, we see, Phil is not there, and this is Saturday, so Nancy don't have to get up early. And we'll go to JJ so that he can sit back and listen, and he'll have his turn already taken care of. N9TN, WB8VMW, good to hear you this morning, JJ.
Well, good morning, Jim. Good morning again to everybody. Well, I was looking at the weather this morning. It says 31. That's the high, and that's what it's currently. So, man, it's all going to be downhill from here. But the low tonight is going to be back down in the teens. So we won't like that. But it's supposed to be in the 50s next week. We'll see what happens. That's about the normal in February, 50s. So we'll see what happens. And maybe it'll dry up because it's been a lot of snow and a lot of rain. It rained about all day yesterday, and believe it or not, as of yesterday afternoon, even though it rained about all day yesterday, there's still snow on the ground. And that's just amazing how it can rain all day long on top of snow, and it still be snow. Anyway, I will turn it back over to you, Jim. Good morning. And 910, Boring, Tennessee. Catch you later.
All righty, JJ. Well, we'll go on and start down the list, and maybe Ron, if he's running late or something, he'll chime in and give us a call. I can go back and see how he's doing this morning. In the meantime, we'll go to Elyria at and see the great meese fight that they're having up there. He's got a lot of mises that have met their maker, and because they're supposed to be on the outside, not on the inside of his domain. Supposed to stay outside. AC8AT, WB8VMW. Good morning, John. Top of the morning. And what's the Misi count this morning?
W8WKY.
WB8VMW, AC8AT. Top of the morning to you, Jim. Well, these mice, it's the mice won, John, nothing this morning. And I got a mouse here, Jim. He has the annoying habit is when you put peanut butter on the traps, he comes along and eats the peanut butter off it and leaves the trap. Oh, that's so frustrating, let's say. Anyway, Elyria is 10 degrees, feels like -7, 62% humidity, the wind is north-northwest at 17. The high today is going to be 14, and I think it's going to be a cloudy and windy day there, Jim. Not much on the contacts. Oh, I talked to W1AW Portable 1 in Vermont and got a 5.9 from him, Jim, in 20 steps. And that's the story from Elyria. Let me say best of 73s to the whole gang, and let you round them up there, Jim. Hope you and Judy are doing well. WB8VMW, AC8AT.
All righty, John. Well, that one little meese out there, he's probably, he noticed that all his relatives, whenever they go to get their peanut butter, there's a big, loud noise, and he can see their little tiny soul drifting up, and so he probably stays away from it. Either that, or he goes in there and gets somebody else to set the trap, and he comes in there after the trap goes off and he eats the peanut butter off from it. If that or he's too small, he goes in there and he hugs around the trigger, and it goes snap, and all it does is bounce him around, and he gets the peanut butter. Yeah, you gotta be careful with him because he might be pretty smart. Alrighty, John. Good luck. KE8MMY WB8VMW. Good morning, Chris. You got your coffee?
WB8BMW. Good morning, Jim. The coffee is still warming up, but I can sit here and wait for it because I don't have to go anywhere this morning. It is a little bit chilly out, though, but it looks like a couple more days and we might be into a little bit warmer weather. So I'm just going to stay around home today and stay warm and listen to the radio. KE8MMY. What is your plans, Jim?
Well, Chris, I'll tell you what we ought to do, since JJ's is not much warmer. Maybe we ought to get in the van and go over to JJ's and have breakfast with him. I don't know. Yeah, he probably locked the door and pull up the driveway and everything so we couldn't get in. He's probably got a riffraff filter around his house to keep all the riffraff out. That means we'd have to just keep on traveling. Alrighty, Chris, you take care. Alrighty, now we'll go down to see how Munson and all of the grounds are being kept if the floor is nice and shiny. NAYMY WB8BMW. Morning, John.
WB8VMW N8YMY, your long-lost stepchild here. I tell you, Jim, it's a fine balancing act between staying up late and talking on the radio and getting up early and talking on the radio. That's a tough one. And then you got to throw a couple, 8-10 hours of work in there somewhere. But yeah, we had a pretty exciteful night last night there. We had radioactive. We did 2 nets, 160 and 40 meters, and then we chased DX for a while on 20 and 15. I'm working towards that 250 America award, and then ended up with my talk groups on 75 and 10. And I didn't have to get up early this morning, but I'm not going to miss talking to you in the morning, so I got to go in and work tonight. We got games tonight, and so I'll probably go in a little early, get the sidewalks done, and then deal with the games and get out of there probably about 10:30, something like that. So, Jim, you have a great day. Stay warm, and we will definitely talk to you on Monday, November 8th. Yankee Mike Yankee on RF 73s.
All righty, John. Well, I feel very honored that you'd, forego a little nap time to talk to me, but I know that nap time is pretty important. That's why whenever I get off, first thing I do is go in, jump on the couch, and take me a short nap. All righty, John. Well, don't work too hard down there. Keep the floor shiny. And, yeah, that late night stuff, I can't do that no more. I used to be able to, but, boy, I can't do it anymore. Alrighty. Well, now we'll go down to, we heard Tom in there, but we'll say good morning again. WAAGXX, WB8, BMW. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Jim. Yeah. Well, a few days there, we'll have a little warm spell and can enjoy it a little bit. But hopefully this is the last of the single digits. Have a good day there. Keep warm. And at least we'll get a little sun today, but not enough to what you'd like to enjoy. Have a good one. WBAVMW, WHXX.
All righty, Tom. Yeah, in a few days, I think we're going to be able to go out on the porch and enjoy some vitamin C, vitamin D, and just a whole bunch of sunshine. But, if this is Ohio, so it could change in a heartbeat. All righty, Tom, you take care. All righty, now we'll go to the middle of the pack here and see if Mark, see if he's got any more antennas. K4OG, WB8, VMW. You're going to have to get 2 apartments up here, one for your junk and one for you. WB8, VMW.
WB8 VMW K4OG. Ain't that the truth, Jim? I'm telling you, it's collecting more and more every day. Yeah, I had another antenna in here for a radio that didn't have an antenna. And, Jim, I built one of those cantennas, the first prototype. And I even put a smoker thermometer on it, thinking I could watch the temperature as I was talking into it. Well, I hooked it up, and I was running about 1,100 watts into a gallon can. No lights flickered, no screens blinked, nothing weird was happening. The radio looked happy, and 1 SWR and a very minimal reflective. But I couldn't get the temperature to raise on it, so I think the thermometer is overkill. You probably could get the temperature raised up on it, but yeah, 1,000 watts into a gallon of mineral oil, it did just fine. So I'm going to make some more for the other dead ends that I might mistakenly talk on, and we'll get that error solved and move on to more projects, Jim. K4OG, back to Jim.
All righty, Mark. Well, if, let me see, I think I sold my cantenna. I sold it to somebody. It was a heat kit cantenna, but I've got a heat kit. It's not the oil. It's the open one. If you need one, I got it. It's got the meter on the front, low power, high power. I got it hooked up. I use it once in a while, but I don't use it that often. Alrighty, you take care, and good luck on the cantennas. Maybe you should use instead of mineral oil, use some of that stuff they outlawed. That might heat up. That might do a lot of things unintentionally. Alrighty, Mark, you take care. Alrighty, well, now that Mark doesn't have his television in his bedroom, all he does is talk on the radio. KE8 SFS, WB8 VMW. Oh, well, maybe he's watching television and he left his radio in on his bedroom. Alrighty, we'll come back. Now, I heard Northern Mark, so we'll give him in there and we'll go back to Southern Mark. KC8 FQV, WB8 BMW. Morning, Mark.
Morning, Jim. Yeah, it's about 4 degrees outside when I looked earlier. Starting to snow now a little bit, I think. I looked at the webcam. Well, the webcam with the ring camera out the front, and the car is sitting right in front of it, and the windshield is starting to get that white stuff on it. About 6:30 or 6:30, it started doing that. But everything else is good. Yeah, I did all my things yesterday. Went to the store. You know, they have the weekend deals, Friday, Saturday, Sunday had deals. I said to my mom, I said, Mo, get them today, because the last time I went in there, they didn't have all the stuff. Some of it was, shelves were bare. Everyone took advantage of the deals. So I stopped yesterday and got the deals, and got a few things that the produce people put on the reduced shelf. So I got that stuff, did my blood work. I said, I don't want to go over on the weekend because they're talking about snow and whatever. So I'd rather get it done before it does that. So, and it will give them time to get the blood work ready for the doctor on Tuesday. A1C is all it's going to be. So I went in there, she said, did you fast? And that, because you got respiratory panels. I said, no, that's not. No, we're just doing A1C. So all the stuff for the next doctor is already in the computer. I said, no, just the A1C. She said, oh, that no fasting. So we're all set to go. So the weekend, who knows what's going to happen, but we ain't going to go nowhere. We don't got to. So I didn't get the mass one last night. They had their meeting, but I forgot about it, sort of. But I said, I'm glad I didn't go. Not with the way that snow was coming down. So, KSFQV.
All righty, Mark. Well, sounds like you had a busy day yesterday. All righty, Elmer. We'll see. Well, you shouldn't be going to school. Maybe you're sitting at home. KE8HNK, WB8VMW. Well, he's sleeping in. That's good. Well, we'll run up and see if Ron is showed up, or is he still in bed? KB8TBQ, WB8VMW. Okay, well, hope he's all right. Alrighty, Craig, haven't heard you this morning. AA8CT, WB8VMW.
WB8VMW, good morning, Jim. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Ha-ha. The horizon is starting to turn a nice orangish color, so that means the sun will be coming up. And, we had a balmy, when I had the dogs out at about 5:45, it was a balmy 7 degrees. But that's okay. We're actually getting kind of used to it. Not. But anyhow, I hope everybody has a great day today. Be safe. Stay warm. And if you can stay on the warm side of the door, that's probably a very easy statement. Good to hear you as always. You take care. Enjoy it every day. But we're going to give you tomorrow off just because it's Sunday. How's that? AA8CT back to WB8BMW. Take care, my friend, and we will definitely talk to you down the log.
All righty, Craig. We're definitely looking forward to it. All righty, well, we'll see if what Randy has got going for him this morning. He's probably got 2 dogs in his lap, and his daughter's probably sleeping, but she's holding her own. KDA, CFH, WB8, VMW. Am I batting 1,000 or back to 0 there, Randy?
KD8, ZSH. Good morning, Jim. Got 3 of them in my lap. All 3 of them are snoozing away. But the daughter is sleeping, and she's holding her own. It is cold out there. Got a little bit of snow last night. I'm not quite sure what it's doing now, but it's cold, and it's supposed to be cold for another few days, I guess, and then we start getting into a warm-up period, so I'm all for that. Well, I hope you guys are staying safe and staying warm. Back to you, Jim.
All righty, Randy. Well, good deal on your daughter. And we'll give a try again. And we'll see next week on getting the right amount of pups. All righty. Well, let's go to Jacksonville, Florida. And get the JAXs before they outrun their node out there. Let me see. We're going to try, Saturday. So, yeah, we're going to try for the pretty one this morning. W8, JAX, WB8, VMW. No, that there's short straw. Now, I'm not sure. I think, well, we'll go ahead. We'll try the short straw this morning. I don't think he has his duties to take care of this morning. I think that was yesterday. I'm all mixed up. WB8 VMW.
Hey, good morning there, Jim. You got the short straw here this morning. Yeah, no hospice duties this morning. This is W8JAX, and the sprinklers just turned on in front of me, so I am going to get out of here. And I didn't know what was happening here, but I'm going to get wet. But in any event, beautiful morning starting down. It still is a little bit below normal for this time of the year, and I apologize if I'm cutting in and out because I have to walk here to get away from these sprinklers. But anyway, yeah, we're going up to the low 60s here today. And Miss Wendy and Miss Lucy are on the walk with me today. And it's a 222 day for Northern Ohio. What I mean by that is you guys get 2 minutes, 22 seconds more of daylight today than you did yesterday. And since the end of, well, the latter part of December when the winter solstice occurred, your sunrise is today 17 minutes earlier than that. Sunset is 50 minutes later. So there you go, Jim. That's the statistics for Northern Ohio today. Back to you there, Jim. W8JAX, portable pedestrian.
All righty, Rod. Well, don't get wet out there. You know, you get wet up here, you freeze. But down there, you won't freeze, but it's uncomfortable. All righty, Rod, you, Wendy, K9LUCY, Missy if she ever shows up, and of course the kids. All stay safe, stay well, and have a great weekend coming up. All righty, now let's go up to the other Outlander, K5 CFY, WB8 VMW. Oh, Ray's getting ready to take a nap, and Fred is already snoring.
B8 VMW, K5 CFY. Well, good morning, Jim, and all the other netizens out there this morning. Good to hear everybody. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Super Bowl weekend, I believe it is. Anyway, 35 degrees here. Yeah, Fred is already back snoring here on the couch, and we're not much. Well, he did find a cat this morning that he chased down the street a little bit, but anyway, he's got his exercise in for the day. All's well. 35, supposed to get up to 65. So it looks like it's going to be a sunny day. I'll get off here and let you get on down your list there. And 73, y'all take care. K5 CFY.
All righty, Ray. Well, you and Fred relax there. Yeah, Fred, that's enough exercise for Fred. Time to take a nap now. All righty, we're going down the list. We're going to see if Tom has got the critters under control there. I was checking the Critter Olympics, and I'm going to have to read the stuff real close. The only thing I found is in the high jump, they've eliminated all flying squirrels. So check down there. If there's any flying squirrels, they can't get in the high jump. KA8MNT, WB8 BMW. Well, that's 2 days. I'm getting worried about Tom. Maybe he's tied up working the Olympics there. Alrighty, now we'll go down to the weather report. WB6, BJN, WB8, VMW. Good morning, Mark. Sarah doing okay?
Hey, good morning, Jim. Yes, she is. She's doing fine. She's going to marinate some wings, chicken wings for tomorrow, getting ready for Super Bowl. Going to have all the snacks and going to watch the last football game of the season. And going to have a lot of fun with that tomorrow. So we're looking forward to that. And let's give the conditions report here. 30.25.8, and it is, I do believe, rising. Yep, rising on the barometers. Up there nice and high. 31.1 degrees. Feels like dew point is 28.8. Humidity, 89%. 4.7. Gusting from 1 to 5 from the northeast, or from the north, actually. And, yeah, 28.2 on the dew point. And it's there's clear skies, clear to partly cloudy skies this morning. Going to be a high today of about 37. And yesterday's high was 53. So we had a little warming trend. The last of the cold air goes through this weekend, and we'll talk about warming for next week for everybody. Back to you there, Jim. Sounding great this morning, and I'll be there for weather later on. WB6DJ.
All righty, Mark. Sounds good. That warming part sounds even better. Yeah, it's supposed to be chilly tomorrow, and next week is supposed to get up in the 30s. And even a couple days probably hits the 40s. Alrighty, well, now we got a little time here. We can go back up to LJ and see if Bedstead Corners is awake this morning. KB8 LJ, WB8 VMW. Well, sounds like LJ is still napping. So I don't know. I'm not sure who takes it this morning. Since Phil's gone, maybe Stefan is supposed to pick it up. How about it, Stefan? Are you running the net this morning?
WB8VMW, this is K8PMI. I am back in town, flew in last night, and I'll be running the show. Stefan has the testing going on today, so I'll send it back to you. You can give your final words or whatever, and then we'll get the show on the road. So WB8VMW, this is K8PMI.
Oh, well, Grandpa Phil, I'm glad you're back in town. So we sort of missed you through the week there. But, yeah, it's a pretty good crew in here. Let me see, we got JJ in this morning, but one that I missed, a couple of them that I worried about is KBA-TBQ. Ron, he hadn't checked in. This is his Saturday. And then Tom, KA8MNT. Well, he hasn't checked in the last couple, so a little worried about him, but hopefully everything is fine. So I'll go ahead and give you my last words now. You turn it over, and I'm going to head for the kitchen. So everybody out there, stay safe, stay well. If you go outside, at least for the next couple of days, dress for it. Be careful if you're out on the road. And good Lord willing, we'll start this mess up again Monday morning. So, Phil, we're going to turn it over to you. You keep all the people in line. It's a good crew out there. WB8 VMW, back to net.
Good morning, Northeast Ohio. CQ. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Barometer Net on the W8WKY repeater. We're at 147 Mark 39 megahertz with a PL tone of 14 Mark 8. This is a control net open to any and all licensed amateurs. All traffic should go through net control. Emergency traffic is welcome to break in at any time. Your net control operator this morning is Phil, and my call sign is K8PMI. Alrighty, Jim has a list of 20 people here, so anybody that was on the radio from 6 to now, I got you on the list. And then I'll check for short time and mobiles and first, and then I will get our normal Outlanders and people that I know that are short time, and then I'll work down our list. Right now, anybody that's short time or mobile that needs to get in here first thing, give me a call now. I am listening. This is K8PMI. Outstanding. Nothing heard, so everybody's in for the long haul. So let's get the show on the road, and let's start with our Outlanders. Let's go to K8JAX and W8JAX, and I think Rod had the radio this morning, so how are things down in Jacksonville? This is K8PMI.
Hey, good morning there, Phil. Had to let my Node ID, so sorry for the delay there, but this is W8JAX, Portable Pedestrian, along with Miss Wendy.
Good morning, Phil. This is K8JAX. We're having a good morning down here, and nice to hear you on the radio this morning. Thanks for giving us a call, and I hope you and everyone else has a wonderful weekend. This is K8JAX, and over to W8JAX.
And we are starting our day off at 50 degrees under clear skies down here. Beautiful half moon.